Felicity from GetYourRockOut, and I'm here at Download Festival talking to a couple of the guys from Hands Like Houses. How are you today?
Awesome.
Doing great.
Yeah?
Our mood has not been dampened by the weather.
I'm very glad you're one of the few people that is true of.
Awesome.
Definitely. And I mean, how have you enjoyed the festival so far?
It's been great, honestly. It's one of those legendary festivals that you hear about no matter where you live in the world. So for us to be here and be a part of it, it's great. We're going for the full experience, camping and.
Seriously, in this?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah. We bought tents off Gumtree and they're leaking already. So
why would you ever do that?
We thought it would be fun.
We're people, gamblers, optimistic. Yeah, so we'll see.
Well, I admire your resilience, I must admit.
I appreciate that. That's the response we want.
And I have to congratulate you on a sold-out show at the Barfly as well.
Thank you.
So it's really, really fantastic to hear. I mean, I'm guessing that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was, especially to have it sell out in a couple of hours. So, it's just such a cool, I guess, reflection. This band for us, so much of it is just a ride, letting it happen and seeing what so every little thing like that happens, it's like, wow, we're doing something that is connecting, which is such a rare thing, so we definitely don't take it for granted. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep.
I couldn't have said it better.
Brilliant. No, and it's great, and it's lovely that you can kind of come over here and play to, such fantastic audiences as well. That's really, really good.
Yeah, it's great to play to a rock audience, I think, because even today we were in between a whole bunch of heavy bands, but it seemed like enough people were there that just actually cared about what we were doing. And so while we aren't a metal band, we just seem to still get such a cool response. Yeah.
And so you were happy with the kind of crowd that you pulled today?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the biggest crowd we've played to, regardless of who was there to necessarily watch or not. People coming around to sort of, if you're taking shelter, for us to be able to play to just people, obviously being so far from home and in another country, expanding the audience is the main reason we're trying to do this, aside from obviously enjoying what we're doing, so it's cool.
And did you find that kind of people were people that knew your music, or was it a whole new audience, or a mixture of both?
There was definitely a pretty sizable pocket at the front that seemed to know every word, and then it kind of, as you went back, there was a few people here and there that scattered through the crowd. So I don't know, we actually like playing new crowds, as much as there is something special obviously about playing to people who like at the Barfly, where you've got people that know every single word of every single song, so no matter what you play. So that playing to new people, I guess it's just kind of a really good way to kind of gauge what you're doing, what's connecting, because it's easy to kind of start playing your favorite songs because they might be your crowd favorites, but then again they may not be the ones that connect with a new audience, so it's always good to kind of see how that works. Yeah. We're a very curious band, I think. We're always
good human interest, right?
Next.
We overthink everything way too much, but
You know what, that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. And yeah, you guys have recently been added to the Starbucks playlist.
Yeah.
That's so cool. How on earth did that ever happen?
We have no idea, but we do know now that a large portion of our fan base works at Starbucks, because the majority of them was like, oh my god, this came up on my work playlist today. And we're like, oh, where do you work? Starbucks. Oh. So
yeah, just spiraled from there. My mum was super stoked about it. Yeah. She was like, "Oh my god!" And I was like, "I'm a pretty big deal."
my son's at Starbucks, don't you know?
Oh, she was telling all her friends. It was great. Yeah.
Must be. Have you actually heard yourselves in a Starbucks yet?
Not yet.
I've only heard our band on the radio once, which is kind of a frustrating thing, because it seemed we always get tweets or like posts or whatever being like, "Oh, I heard you guys on the radio," and it's just it's frustrating not hearing yourself.
Station. How have I not heard it?
Yeah. Case of bad timing all around, and you're like, but they're not lying on us. Yeah, definitely.
It definitely comes up on shuffle on the iPod awkwardly often. That's about as close as I've got.
Always a bit bad when you're playing iPod roulette and you're just like, oh crap, that's my band. But no, it's fantastic to think that a band like you guys can be kind of in such a mainstream thing as well, while still not being a mainstream band. It's really, it's a positive step for music as a whole.
I think that's the thing with our band. We seem to be towing the line of so many different places, not super heavy, not super mainstream. It's just
we never quite fit anywhere, which we're kind of, I guess, getting used to. So
I think it's a good thing. It gives you that kind of bit of uniqueness that is so often missing from bands these days.
Yeah, well, like I said, I don't feel like we fit anywhere, but at the same time we can work anywhere, so it just, I don't know, it's really good fun. So
awesome.
We've met some great bands that some incredible heavy bands, some incredible rock and pop bands, and we can tour with both, which is sweet.
And like the next kind of 6 months, what's on the cards for you guys? Where are you going to be and what are you doing? Everywhere.
In like 4 days, we start Warped Tour in America, or 5 days. I don't know what it is. I've lost track of where we are. And then after that, we pretty much go straight into the studio and finish off a new album. After that, we go home to Australia. We have like a couple of weeks, and then we start Australian stuff. Then we're doing something in America, then we're doing something in the UK, and then we have some time off. So I think once December rolls around, we'll be like, oh, cool, like, yeah, we get to take a breath of fresh air. But it's definitely hard, like it's a challenge for everyone, but we're starting to see like the results we're after, so it's pretty exciting as well.
Well, that's really, really good. And so, I mean, I heard a little hint of UK stuff there, so you're back here before the end of the year?
Yeah, we're definitely coming back.
That's the plan.
We're not exactly sure on specific dates, but it's going to be happening, yeah.
Well, that is really, really good to hear indeed. So, brilliant. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to chat. It's been a pleasure. And we will look forward to seeing you very, very soon, I'm sure, before the end of the year.
Yeah.
No worries, get your rock out.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for listening.